Death is but a phase. This is the cycle of life. But some will not accept natural order. Some refuse to bow. She is the heart of the forest, the mother of all things, goddess of earth. And I am her daughter.
I went to my first Comic-Con in 2008 as a guest to promote Harold and Kumar, Knight Rider, and The Shield as an actress. The reason I fell in love with Comic-Con is because it really had an array of all different types of people. But I very quickly realized that there were no Latinx superheroes. My team very quickly said to me, "Don't get mad, let's create our own Latina superhero." And I was like, oh my God, yes! I won't hold back. When we did finally finish the comic book, I was so nervous about taking her to Comic-Con. And I said, uh-oh, no one's gonna show up. So finally we arrive at the famous San Diego Comic-Con. Nervously, we walked around to gain enough courage to go to our booth. Well, it was now showtime, and Aluna was a smash hit. It didn't take long for a representative of the online game Heroes of Newerth to notice us. Approached me and asked me if I was interested in voicing and adding Aluna as a hero in their game. We immediately got to work. Because of her success on Han, we were confident that she was ready. So we brought in a team of people that loved Aluna as much as I did.
The core focus of this game is Aluna's story. We have a female protagonist that comes from a really cool comic book series written by the writers of the most iconic games in the world. It would only make sense that we use the comic book as a leader to Aluna's quest in this game. We transition Aluna's 2D art style from the comic books to 3D in this game, while never losing focus that her origins began from the comic books. So we created the cutscenes to play out like a motion comic. Because Aluna's fame was further boosted when she became a hero avatar in Heroes of Newerth, we felt it would be cool to keep the isometric feel within this game. It was also important that this game be enjoyable to play for both the casual and the hardcore action RPG players.
This is an interesting project because we had the Aluna comic book as our source material, and then in the game we build a completely new adventure for it which takes off from where the comic book ends. All the characters from the comic book appear in the game, plus some new ones to spice things up. We created all of the levels in the game using a tile-based editor. It allows us to lay out 20 by 20 meter chunks of terrain. Each chunk has its own texture, lighting, props, and collision. One of the things I really enjoy about the game are all the different skills you can get. There's over 40 skills across 3 different skill branches. That's melee, ranged, and magic. You can mix and match between them, and you can come up with special combos between your skills and the gear you have equipped.
Hello, my name is Juan Pablo Naranjo, and I'm the composer for Aluna, Sentinel of the Shards. My job is to submerge you into this fantastic world by using music. Sometimes we used woodwinds, or maybe some more action-packed sounds. The combination of all of this creates the sound of Aluna, Sentinel of the Shards.
My name is John Andrew and I'm the lead VFX artist and animator for Digiart Interactive. My role on Aluna, Sentinel of the Shards is providing direction on the VFX shots, as well as creating the animated cutscenes we see within the game. Because the game is based on the Aluna comic books, we've carried this look and feel through into the game through the animations by drawing on inspiration from the comic book panels. The game combines South American mythology, comics, and RPG gameplay into something that's truly special, and this in turn creates a unique gaming experience. It's an incredible project, and I'm blessed to be a part of an amazing team.
Working in PR, it's important to highlight the work of creative professionals, shining a spotlight on what makes their products unique. That's been easy with Aluna, as there's really nothing else out there quite like it. It's rare enough for video games to have a Hispanic lead, let alone a Latina superhero. Aluna not only has that, but it's tied to a fascinating setting of 16th century Latin America, mixing real-life history with Inca mythology. On top of that, we've got Hollywood actress Paula Garces not only playing the lead, but being the co-creator of the character and comic book series. It's been a fascinating tale seeing her go from an underrepresented minority at Comic-Con to the founder of a new multimedia empire, with Aluna starring in comic books and video games. She was already in Heroes of New Earth, but now, with Sentinel of the Shards, she'll be taking center stage in her very own action RPG, and the response has been phenomenal.
It was important for me to create a superhero that represented women, indigenous people, and the Latinx community in a positive light. But it was equally important for us to create a hero that everyone could identify and, most importantly, have fun with.